a decent fish here. Nice fish. Start the morning off with that. Nice chunky smallmouth. On the Beast Coast, hybrid sniper jig. We'll talk a little bit about it. Let me catch a few more first. This is a big really good fish here. Wow. That's the kind we came here for. Yeah. There we go. Another one on that hybrid jig. This one's going to be over 6. We caught this one on that Beast Coast open water sniper jig, the hybrid. It's got a little bit of marabou in it and a little modification to the trailer, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Let's get this fish back in the water. You can see we got some stained water here and a nice smallmouth. So this hybrid jig is a little bit different. The whole jig is designed to be a finesse, compact jig. You guys know, there's one. I use it a lot all year long. But water temp right now is 48 degrees and it's slightly stained. And so I went with straight black as the color. And my trailer's also black. Let me get this fish in. He looks alright. Yeah, he's not bad. I got a cool little setup here too. I'm using that new St. Croix rods, the Physyx series. It's a great rod. It casts a mile, super sensitive. He's not bad. And I'm also using the new St. Croix 7 reel, which I'm really impressed with. I actually just got these the other day. I got my 5-pound Cortland master braid, and then I'm actually using a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader on it. And I'm just over some hard bottom, and you can just see I'm just shaking this, stopping the jig, dead sticking. We're not deep, 4 feet of water. It's really about 4 to 8 feet, depending on if you're fishing around. There's some high spots out here. Dirty water, so I can't visually really see anything. In fact, there's a big boulder sitting right here that I could hardly tell. I came up on it a little quick. I would have liked to make a cast to it, but just working this bait along the bottom here. Just dragging it. Dragging, stopping, shaking a little. And this particular rod for this is a 7-1. So it's the 7-1 medium power fast action. I'm very impressed with it. Very steaky over there, but that's okay. I don't mind getting hung up and then trying to pop that jig out of the snag. A lot of times when you pop it up, that's when you're going to get your bite. But this water is extremely stained. It's typically not this bad, but whenever I run into some dirty water, I'm put that straight black sniper jig on. I love it this time of year. They are fat. They are fat. Our goal is a 7-pounder today. We're gonna see if we can get that job done. Here. Nice fish. All right, I'm back. It actually got really brutal out there today, and the waves and the rain, like it was decent looking out there in this little morning shoot, but it got wicked. So I am back now. Getting rigged up. I got a guide trip starting tomorrow. We'll go out there and catch a few more fish. Going to go to a totally different area of the lake though tomorrow. We got a little bit of wind to deal with. So I want to talk about the Beast Coast open water sniper jig. You guys know I love throwing these jigs pretty much year round. We'll throw them in 2 feet of water. We'll throw them in 50 feet of water. We'll drag them in the current. We'll cast with them. We'll throw them bait casters, spinning rods, a lot of different ways to fish the open water sniper jig. And all it is designed to be a real finesse, compact football head jig. They also come in a lead version. So if you're losing a lot, if you're fishing some real rocky structure and you don't want to spend the money on a tungsten, they also make a lead version. I'm going to leave links in the description below for all the products I talk about today. So if you're interested, you can head on over to Tackle Warehouse and check those out. But the hybrid is something I don't think I've ever really talked about it or shared on my channel before. And it's a great jig. Really, for me, it excels in these colder water conditions. But look at that. It's got a little bit of marabou on the jig itself. A few strands. This one's straight black. They make a lot of different colors. In fact, I got goby colored here rigged up. I'll show you as well. But this was it. 1/4 ounce. Of course, they come in 3/8, half as well. And I was using the TRD Hogz as a jig trailer. And I was using the yoga pants color to match up with straight black. Of course, Zman makes a lot of great colors as well as great trailers. But these little 3 tentacles on each side that you can see, all I do is I just run my scissors straight up both sides, okay? And I'm just going to thin that out. I'm just going to cut those 3, I guess it'd be 6 total. So all we're left with is the body and then these 2 little antennas that are sitting up there. And the key is when you're putting this on, you have to be really, really, just be careful doing it, right? Take your time, have some patience, but you want to make sure it's as straight on that hook as possible. And then you're going to have to pull that Zman because it's a different type of plastic. You're going to have to pull that a little bit from each side, and don't be afraid to yank on it. This isn't going to break, but you need to pull it up over that keeper on that football jig right there. It's real easy to do, but it does take a little bit of time. Once you get it on there, I think I lost my jig at the end of the day, but I didn't have to put a new trailer on at all that day. And so that's a key thing. Why I take those appendages off is I don't want to get in the way of that marabou with the flow that's going on with that. And again, it pairs perfectly with that jig. And now that we're in the studio, I'm gonna run through the setup real quick. I like to throw a 1/4 ounce on the spinning rod. Listen, I'm really impressed with the St. Croix, the new Physyx rod. The blank is extremely sensitive. I mean, I would rate this right up there with my Legend Extremes. And it doesn't cost as much as the Legend Extremes either. So it's a real good rod at that price point. And model number for this, if you're wondering, is PHYS 71MF. So 7'1", medium, fast action rod. I got my Cortland braid. Oh, we should talk about the reels, guys. This is the first day I actually use these reels. The 7 reels by St. Croix. And oh, by the way, I did catch a 7-pounder. We're going to see that coming up. Unfortunately, the audio sucked in this clip, but maybe we'll play it here in the background while I'm talking. That's him. Oh, that's him. That is him. Come on. Yes. No. There we go. Finally. We did get one. Fish. St. Croix 7. This is the GXS 3000 series. There you go. You can see all the information on that. Really impressed with the reels. You guys know I take my equipment serious, and this really, what I love about it, there's a lot of features that I'm not used to some of the other reels that I've used in the past. This little drag knob up here sticks up, just so you can see a little notch in there, maybe. Let me see if we can get that angle right. Is weird, I shouldn't say weird, it's not weird, but it's a unique feature to be able to adjust your drag like quick and easy. Like that was my biggest takeaway from this reel when I was adjusting my drag and tension here. It just made it super easy, so I was really, really impressed with that. Of course, we got our Cortland Master braid on here, the High Vis yellow. I'm running a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader on that football head. We were in a little bit dirtier water today, and I wanted to yank on those fish a little bit, and so that's the reason went up to the 10. Typically, I mean, I'll go down to an 8, especially with that 1/4, and don't be afraid to go all the way up to 14, 15, 16, especially if you're dragging a 1/2 ounce in some of that current and working it deep. Especially throughout the summer, we do step up our leader material, and of course we may go over to a bait caster at that time when we're fishing these jigs. But today, super shallow, making cast and working that over all the different structure. The key today was finding the rock boulders, the hard bottom, and when you found a nice rough patch, make a cast or two to it, and those fish will tell you if they're there or not. Let's get back to the video here. I'm going to share with you a couple more clips, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Off the snag. Another big one. Well, hey, I appreciate you guys checking out the video. Sorry about the wind noise with the audio. Links below in the description. Get yourself some of these Beast Coast open water sniper jigs. Zman TRD Hogz. St. Croix rods and reels. Cortland Master braid.
And some big smallmouth.
It wasn't as big.
Loving it. Caught a few more fish this trip. Wanted to kind of expand on the area, and I went looking the rest of the day, and then of course that weather came in, and I decided to call it a day. As I said earlier, I got trips starting tomorrow for the next 20 days in a row, so I'll be on the water a lot. I'm going to try to do some videos when I'm out there guiding as well, keep you guys up to date on the current bite and what is working. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and as always, until next time, we'll see you guys on the water.